Hello, Master Numerologist. And can you believe that it's been close to 150 days since the war started in Ukraine? And people are still fighting, people are still dying, people's lives are still being disruptive. And it's just like, why is this going on? Why are we allowing this to continue to go on? It really blows my mind that we embrace death more than we embrace life. This is a mystery. This is a puzzle. Let us pray that this senseless war ends sooner than later. Okay, thank you. Today's lesson is called False Perfection. There is no sin. That which is perfect cannot sin and can only express perfection. You see evil in others and proclaim it true. This is a false perception because you are unaware of your perfection. Your perfection is who you are, but your ego denies this fact so that you may partake in physical reality. For physical reality to exist, perfection must be kept hidden. Physical reality must bring forth a false perfection. A tree is perfect because it can reproduce perfectly as long as the physical reality of false perfection does not change. If the sun, water, and earth are removed, the tree is no longer perfect. Its perfection depends upon false reality. True perfection never changes. That is what is meant by perfection, changeless. A soul is a part of perfection. It incarnates into a false perfection called a body. A body cannot be perfect because it is constantly changing. All physical reality is false and illusion. There is no permanence. Ego perceives false perfection and takes joy in accumulating material reality. Material reality is heavy and weighs down the carrier. It takes its toll on the mental, emotional, and physical nature. Our eyes see life and death. That's all we know. So we rejoice at birth and grieve at death. But let's reverse this understanding. When a soul incarnates into a physical body, that is death for the soul. The soul now has restricted movement until the body slumbers into sleep. Then the soul is free to roam, but the consciousness is not aware of these comings and goings. So the false perfection tells the consciousness that it stays bounded inside of the body. When a soul leaves a body at death, it lands into the higher vibration called heaven, which I refer to as the astral plane, ASTRAL, astral plane, or the lower vibrations depending on one's karma. When its karma is paid off, it reincarnates to try again. Life is never as it seems. Our eyes are faulty, they rob us. Our eyes are thieves sitting on the right and left side of our throne, our Christ center, our third eye, which sits between the two thieves. These thieves keep us from opening our third eyes by showing us glitter and gold, dressing them up as perfection. We chase after this false perfection, devoting our life to its pursuit. Our eyes show us that our moon changes its shape, and we believe this is accurate. The moon doesn't emit light itself. The moonlight we see is the sun's light reflected off the lunar surface. So, as the moon orbits the earth, the sun lights up different parts of it, making it seem as if the moon is changing shape. It is just our view of it that's altering. Our perception of reality is false, a cosmic illusion we embrace as truth. We fight over the concept of life and death, pro choice versus pro life. A mother has an abortion, and we call it killing. A child is born, we call it life. But neither is true. It's only a false illusion. A soul exists regardless of whether it is in a body or not. As a soul, you are perfect. A soul does not have to become, it only has to realize its perfection. God does not worry about her children, for she knows that they are living a false reality, a false perception, and she knows her children eventually will burn off the veils of cosmic illusion and come to know and understand their perfection. Those who can remember their dreams feel that what they're experiencing while in the dream state is real, but upon awakening, they realize it was not real. Dreams are a reminder that physical reality does not exist. As children of God, we mimic our heavenly parents in many different ways. God dreams of physical reality, and we also create dream reality while we sleep. Upon awakening, we realize it was only a dream, and when a soul wake up from cosmic sleep, it too will know it was only a dream of God. The word perfection contains 10 letters. Number one is existence. Your being is your greatest blessing. Letter P vibrates on the seventh level. Number seven opens the book of the seven seals. Number E vibrates on the fifth level. Number five is God's loving guiding hand leading us out of false perfection. Letter R vibrates on the ninth level. Number nine is a serpent of energy called Kundalini. When awake, it makes its way up the seven steps, activating each seal. Letter F vibrates on the sixth level. Number six is a child wandering in a false illusion. It knows not its truth. Letter E vibrates on the fifth level. Number five is a box with a lid. This lid has the power to reveal your truth if you are willing to lift it and explore your inner self. Our eyes hypnotize us. We focus on what lies in front of us instead of what lies within. Letter C vibrates on the third level. Number 3 is God's voice, which speaks to us through intuition. Letter T vibrates on the second level. Number 2 is our eyes, which deceive and trick us into believing that what we see is real. Some say the eyes are the windows to the soul. I say they are thieves and steal our attention. Letter I vibrates on the ninth level. Number 9 are the 9 lessons each must master. The first lesson, one must learn self-esteem. Second lesson, you must learn how to interact with others. Third lesson, you must learn clarity of expression. Next lesson, you must learn organization. Next lesson, freedom from entrapments. Next lesson, love. Then spirituality. Then how to accumulate resources. And finally, to understand the power of the collective consciousness of humanity. Letter O vibrates on the sixth level. Number 6 is the society in which a soul selects to work out its karma. Letter N vibrates on the fifth level. Number 5 is our inability to break free from false perfection, lost in a time loop. We forget that we've played on this playground before. We treat each round of reincarnation like it's our first. The number pattern for the word perfection is 7596532965 and vibrates to the compound number of 57, reduced to number 12, and further reduced to number 3, the voice. The great masters and yogis devotes their time to realizing God. And these great ones says that when they're in deep meditation, they hear the sound that the universe makes. And they say that sound is Om, the sound of the Lord. If we are to become more enlightened, to move away from this false perfection, to tap into our perfection, let us try oming. Oming is the vibratory sound of the Lord. Practice oming as much as you possibly can, and in time, you will come to know that this thing that you think is real, this false perfection, is only a dream, and that your true self is perfect, but you are a reflection of the Lord, and the Lord is perfect, and so are we. So, until the next video, peace.